Introducing, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black with gold, he weighed in officially at 134 pounds. Coming to us from Lima, Callao, Peru. His professional record, 18 wins, 18 defeats, 1 draw, 5 wins by knockout. Here is Cesar Ignacio Paredes. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing green tartan trunks and weighed in officially at 135.3 pounds. He has a professional record of 9 wins, just 1 defeat, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the fighting pride of Perth, Scotland. Here is Luke Bibby.
Right, lads, both know the rules. Let's keep it clean. Obey my commands at all times. Defend yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Let's go to town.
Well, here we go. The action will now start. Cesar Paredes from Peru in the black with the gold. And then Luke Bibby in those Scottish tartan shorts, training out of that fantastic and magnificent Billy Nelson gym. Welcome along if you're just joining us. You're joined by myself, Darren Rees, and former British middleweight champion, Nathan Heaney. Good evening to you, Nathan.
Good evening. Yeah, so far, Bibby's come out nice. Nice control, just taking his time. He's absolutely shredded, in great shape.
I was speaking to Michael McKinton just the other day, and he's been doing a bit of sparring with Luke Bibby in the Billy Nelson gym, and he said he's quick and he is sharp. He's definitely one to keep an eye on. And he's boxing well in that southpaw stance. Just trying to be the fighter on that front foot. Paredes, you never really know what type of him's going to turn up. When he boxed Royston Barney-Smith a couple of months ago, he was very negative. And then he boxed Charlie Senior, the Paris 2024 bronze medalist, a couple of weeks ago. And he was quite the opposite of the fighter. But Bibby doing a good job of being on the front foot and putting his shots together here.
Been very composed. He's caught a nice little counter right hook earlier on. Going for the body work there. Again, right hook there, that sort of counter. He's just, you can see he's just trying to squeeze a little bit closer. But like you say, he's got to be careful of the opponent coming back with a wild shot.
He has. Paredes, 18 wins. He stopped 5 people, so no, he's got the ability to do it. There are some heavy hands there. And the only people to stop him have been tough Central and South American fighters with unbeaten records and knockouts on them. So he's a tough man.
What country is he from?
He's from Peru.
Peru. Lovely body shot, lovely right hook to the body. That's what he needs to do. Just go again.
This is good educated pressure from Scotland's Luke Bibby, who's sold nearly 250 tickets. The Perth Army have come out and followed their man here to Glasgow.
Again, he just slips to that right hook to the body. Lovely body shots. If he keeps doing that, he'll break the guy down.
Nice straight left hand there from Bibby. Good work, educated pressure he's putting on him, Nathan.
Yeah, very much so. Good first round, nice control. Very good round.
A good, mature performance from Bibby, who's got 9 wins on his record, just 1 defeat. And when I spoke to him this week in preparing for this fight, that loss, he really didn't feel like he did lose, and he is gunning to get back to winning ways, even though he felt like he'd done the job last time. But that Billy Nelson gym is really booming. Some fantastic fighters in there. Lewis Crocker, Richard Riakporhe, now up at heavyweight, and just bundles of talent. And successful people breed successful people, right?
Absolutely. It just brings a little bit more out of you. When you're working with, like back in the day, when I used to be an amateur, I used to box at the Rotunda Amateur Boxing Club in Liverpool. I was sparring with Callum Smith, Rocky Fielding, week in, week out. You're surrounded by good fighters.
Can't get any better, can you?
No.
Paredes looks like he's going to have a little bit more of a go in this round, if the first 10 seconds is anything to go by. Good work there from Bibby, just doubling up that jab through that straight left hand. All three of those got through nicely. Bibby cutting the ring off well.
Good jab from Paredes there.
Paredes on that back foot, and I guess, Nathan, that's where Bibby needs to try and cut the ring off the best as he can and make it feel like a really small place, doesn't he?
Well, exactly. That's where he just needs to squeeze him down, but like say, cut off the exits. If he does that, he can easily squeeze him down, easily, and then get the body shots in. Because there's not too much coming back. Like that, if he slipped the right hook to the body there, he sets it up perfectly. Touch at the top, bring it down to the bottom.
That jab is working beautifully for Bibby. He doubles it up well, trebles it up well, and everything comes off of it.
Lovely body, lovely left it to the body. Yeah, left it to the body there. That's if he jabs down and comes over the top with the backhand. Just touch him and squeeze him down. That's it. Just touch, squeeze, and then let go.
This is efficient work from Bibby. Not much has missed so far, has it?
No. But there's not too many open gaps either from the opponents. He just needs to squeeze a little bit closer. But like when he gets them on the ropes, the hard part now is as he's squeezing from A to B to get him so he's trapped. But once he's on the ropes, he needs to do something. But he is boxing well. Lovely left it to the body. You can hear the instructions of Billy Nelson obviously going in the two phases. He wants him attacking and attack again. Which is the correct thing.
Well, it's working well so far. Good lead hook there from Paredes. Just got through with that one.
Let's just work off a solid jab. Lovely backhand. Good round.
What Bibby's doing well for me, Nathan, is he's really good at disrupting any attacks, isn't he? So as soon as Paredes tries to come in with something, he just sticks that jab in his face and just ruins it for him, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Like everything works off the jab. One, controlling distance. Two, to like offset the opponents in the first place. And as long as he does that, maybe he can punch it a little bit harder for the jab. But he did also stab the jab to the body sometimes, well, which is quite effective. So if he keeps doing that, he should be okay. That's 2 rounds for him comfortably.
Good work so far. Big evening tonight for all of the Scottish fighters and all the fighters in general on this card. Luke Bibby went over to Saudi not that long ago and experienced a bit of a Saudi fight week and did one of those midweek media workout fights, which he loved, and he just loves being under those bright lights, as he tells me, and throwing shots. And he starts this round in exactly the same way that he started the 2 previous rounds, on that front foot in that southpaw stance, stalking his man, putting the pressure on.
Totally random, but I'm going to give a quick shout out to Tom Ferranti and Joe Ferranti at home. They're going to be watching the live stream, most likely anyway. 2 good Stokies. Love the boxing. And they'll be enjoying this fight. He's boxing very well so far, Bibby is. Lovely left uppercut. That's it. Looks like he's trying to go through the gears now.
I like how tight and compact Bibby is. He's just got this kind of, he makes himself very small, even when he comes forward, and everything which he throws seems to come from that core. And he looks like he can punch a bit as well.
Oh, he's in fantastic shape, and he definitely does look like he's taking the gear up just a little bit for this round.
Paredes having a go, still there. Definitely a live opponent.
But these opponents are so tough. Even when you hit them with everything, they just don't move.
It must be demoralising sometimes when you hit them with everything in the kitchen sink and they go nowhere.
My debut was against a man called Darryl Sharp from Manchester way, Oldham. And every time you punched him, he just laughed at you. But he also did say it was one of the hardest punches he'd been in with, so I had to take that as a compliment. He'd been with some good lads.
Great left hand snuck through there from Bibby. Really stuck his toes into the canvas. And that is an example of what we were just speaking about, of how tough these guys are. Bibby could, if he managed to get Paredes out there, be the first and only British fighter to do so.
If he stabs the jab down as well to the body, I think Paredes will be open for that. Good work on the inside. Lovely right hook to the body. That's what's going to break him down if he just works somebody shots like that, little short shots.
Well, I don't know how much you can hear at home, if you can hear Billy Nelson, Luke Bibby's coach, coming through, but every time he chucks out an instruction, Bibby nails it. Every single time, and that is quite the skill, Nathan, isn't it? To be in that moment, to be able to listen, then to be able to do it.
Absolutely, and it's good to have the instruction that's correct in the first place. Sometimes you'll hear some coaches saying some things, and you think you don't even think they're watching the same fight, but yeah, the instruction's correct, and like you say, he's following it correctly.
But this is what's coming up on the undercard. Some fantastic talent on there. Some names will stick out to you, like the likes of Luke McCormack. And another name there, Arthur Jr. Yes, that is the son of Alex Arthur Sr., one of the great Scottish fighters. We're really looking forward to all of those, and that one especially. Speaking to him this fight week, he is well and truly up for this and accomplished a lot in the amateurs. And he's not just here because of his name or who his dad is. He's here because he's a talented fighter and wants to make a mark on the sport.
And a great platform in his own country as well.
Well, here we go in the fourth and final round in a fight which Luke Bibby has been accurate, efficient, good shot selection, and he's had a tough man in Cesar Paredes in front of him, who's still there, still having a go, still throwing shots. And like I said, he has stopped 5 people before.
He's got to really go through the gears now, last round. Good shot, good right hook.
Well, you said he's got to go through the gears, and you just get the feeling he's just put his foot on the pedal a tiny bit more, right?
Absolutely. Keep pressing, come on.
Paredes knows this is the final round, and he too is putting a little bit more into it.
Great support.
This is what it's all about. Good boxing on the back foot there from Bibby as Cesar Paredes just tries to pile a bit of pressure on himself.
Nice and short on the inside there. Just do that again. When he does that, it looks really good. And that's what's going to cause the damage. That's it, jab down, lovely. But like when Billy's saying about the two phases, stab down and go back again. Like I say, move to the left to keep away from that backhand.
Good consistent work here from both fighters. Bibby just
good
lands that lead hook really beautifully. 2 or 3 times that's landed in this round alone. Paredes having a bit of success there. Little pockets of it. Good body shot there from Bibby. Rolled under that hook and chucked that lead hook into the side of Paredes.
Last 10. Come on, go through. Come on.
Well, Bibby has boxed really well here tonight and finishes the fight in a strong way. He'd be pleased to get that one under his belt. Another tough opponent on his record. And I'm sure Billy Nelson and the coaching team out of that gym will be pleased with what he did. There's always stuff to work on. So he did a solid job there.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Did what he needed to do. There's little bits he can hear Billy Nelson going out that would obviously improve his performance. Overall, it was good.
Well, we believe we know where this one is going. Thomas Schreiber just checking with the referee what the score is. Both fighters will make their way to the centre of the ring. And let's find out what the scores on the cards are.